Basketball, one of the most popular sports trailing only soccer, has an expanded viewership. The NBA is a professional basketball league in North America, comprising of 30 teams. In this video, we're going to look at the ways in which NBA generates revenue. NBA is the first league that was consciously developed into a global media star, and its players boosted the league's popularity overseas. The games were broadcasted to every continent. In the 1970s, rosters were almost uniformly American, but in the 2019-20 session, 108 players out of 450 on an NBA rosters were from outside the state, hailing from 38 countries worldwide. Revenue growth was also significant in the 2019-20 session, and the total generated revenue was $8.3 billion. NBA's television revenue. Like all other major leagues, television is a key part of the NBA's business strategy. TV is an attractive option as it allows the fans to watch games for free. They only have to pay the fee of their cable provider and TV services. These live sporting events are popular among the masses despite the increasing trend of streaming TV programs and DVRs. NBA fans stay home to avoid the cost of a ticket for a live event, parking, and food. It is also why the NBA's advertising revenue and television contracts are rising. While if we look at the television contracts of the NFL, they are highly lucrative and are signed exclusively with national networks. Around 277 regular sessions and 90-plus playoff games were broadcasted internationally in 2017-18. NBA TV aired most regular session games, with 106 games, followed by Disney, ESPN 87, Warner Media, and ABC airing 67 and 17 respectively. Television holds the most generated revenue. In the 2016-17 session, TNT and ESPN signed their contracts for an estimated $24 billion. The deal was signed for 9 years, and NBA earned around $2.6 billion annually from this deal. This revenue is enough to generate salaries of the 400-odd active players, having an average annual salary of $6.7 million. NBA's merchandise deals. They also are a major contributor to generating revenue, and this contribution is quite tangible. Merchandise generates over $1 billion in a year. In 2017-18, teams wore advertisements on their jerseys for the very first time in the history of the NBA. Jersey patch revenue. The Jersey Patch Revenue Program started in 2016, increasing the team's revenue by $9.3 million annually. The success of the program led the NBA to extend it by 2019, and until now, this program has helped NBA to generate around $150 million. The advertisements displayed on the jersey include General Electric, Walt Disney Company, and Rakuten, a Japanese e-commerce company. This program helped the teams financially, as if we only see Golden State Warriors, they receive $20 million annually from Rakuten. Sponsorships. Sponsorships is also a leading component of the merchandising business. In 2018, a $524 million arena was opened by Milwaukee Bucks, generating an opportunity for sponsorships and premium seating. In 2015, NBA ended its partnership with Adidas and signed a deal with Nike, and this agreement resulted in a 254% increase in revenue generation on an annual basis. NBA's ticketing business. Several revenue streams collectively contribute to the NBA's team income. Their traditional way is doing this by selling tickets for the games. Every team plays 41 home games and several playoffs. Their average ticket price is $100. Apart from all these game tickets, some revenue is generated by the concession sales on game day, some merchandise sales, parking fees, and other small sources of revenue. So total revenue generated by ticket sales is 20 to 25% of the total revenue. You will be surprised that ticketing is not a primary revenue-generating source in NBA. According to ESPN, it lags behind the above-mentioned sources, but still contributes well to revenue generation. Only 15,000 to 20,000 fans attended the 2018-19 session of home games. The ticket cost was just $74 on average. The money earned by tickets and other sales on the venue adds up quickly in the basketball-related income, or BRI. International revenue. The international expenditure of the NBA is also a key source of revenue generation, especially in China. According to a rough estimate, China generates $500 million annually. A major part of the revenue includes a $1.5 billion deal signed between the Chinese technology giant Tencent to be the exclusive official digital partner of the NBA. The enhanced international appeal also attracts international investors. For instance, Alibaba purchases 49% stake of the Brooklyn Nets for the rumored $1.15 billion. The international revenue generation has also been tied to the NBA's decision to loosen its marketing strategies. The expansion of the NBA is included in the strategy as it will generate a larger share of the NBA's revenue in the upcoming years. Team values. The increasing popularity of the NBA has resulted in far outgrowth in team values. They are not getting sold frequently, but when it happens, the record breaks. In just a decade, the sale price of teams has tripled. Future challenges. Despite the tremendous growth in popularity, NBA is facing several key challenges. The major one is that not every team is equally profitable and valuable in revenue generation. According to Forbes, even in the last session, Cleveland Cavaliers lost money in the operating and declined by 4% in value to $1.28 billion. Multiple revenue challenges. Another problem in NBA's finance is revenue sharing. Like all other major sports leagues, NBA also has non-basketball related revenue between the different teams to address the inequalities across different team sections. All the teams collect their revenue and then distribute it to teams with lower revenues to grow better. This way, every team receives revenue equal to the year's salary cap. Another major one is people getting away from television viewing as all other technologies are getting more popular in this era. Live sports are far better than these as they will not last forever. COVID-19 impact on the NBA. The recent COVID-19 pandemic forced the teams to play in a bubble to avoid the virus spread. However, this strategy helped in the control of major outbreaks. The sessions were shortened to 72 games, and advertising was less comparatively. The lessened ticket sales caused around $2 million losses for each team that year. Slowly things have turned to normal, but still the future is uncertain. NBA is the most profitable sports league and impacts the players as each gets a salary of around $7.7 million. The league's unique business model allows the leverage in the brand, investment in innovation, and use of data and analytics to maximize this revenue. Ultimately, the success of the league is its testament to generating significant revenue from different sources. That's all for now. If you want more informative content, subscribe to the channel and stay connected, as we will come to your screen soon. Thank you for watching.